Hello, welcome back to my channel. These are interesting times. We are living in history. I remember certain parts of my history book being a little bit jealous of people for living in those pivotal moments. And here I am in maybe the most pivotal moment in history. And only person I can be jealous of is myself, my former self. Because ignorance really is bliss. Once upon a time, something like this happening in America was unimaginable. Because I never thought I'd use the past tense when saying this, but we were the land of the free. And we were the home of the brave. I always thought that with freedom came a certain level of maturity and respect for the past, the present, and the future. How can you be free if you don't have a concept of other people and their liberty? How can you appreciate your own freedom and liberty? I always thought being brave meant doing what was right, even when it wasn't easy. Doing what was right, even when you have to admit that in the past you were wrong. Doing what was right. Period. I still believe that those traits hold true to those very important characteristics. I still have to believe that at their core, people are good. I do believe that when good people are put in bad situations, dark things can happen. I've seen it on a small scale, and I've seen it on a global scale. I still believe that we all have strength and we have a voice. I know we do. I've heard it. I keep asking myself, what next? What next? And then I keep having these sci-fi fantasy dreams. I'm afraid to ask God, what's next? I'm afraid that He's going to respond and tell me what's next. So I dare not ask a question for which the answer I'm not prepared for. I go back to my daydreams of being a little girl. My daydreams. My fantastical daydreams. Sometimes An extraordinary life is what I imagine for myself. And then sometimes a simple life. But either way, no matter what, in my daydreams, my life was what I chose. And that was the most important thing. That is what made my daydreams sweet. That I had the ability to choose my life. And now I wonder what is to come. Whenever I have a bad thought, I ask myself, why did you have that thought? Where did that come from? It's just alarming for anything uncharacteristic to surface. And I immediately want to dismiss it and eliminate it. It's priority number one. And I've become more and more diligent about this as in recent years. And as my diligence with controlling my own thoughts has increased, I wonder what happens to those of us that entertain those thoughts. And I think now we are seeing the results. This is it. This is me exhibiting resistance. Romeo, what are you doing? In November, early November and early January, I got really, really, really sick. And November, I was really sick. I was so sick that I couldn't speak. The last time I was that sick, I was a little girl. And I didn't think that I was capable of ever becoming that sick again. Unless it was my deathbed. God forbid, but I didn't think that I was going to experience that again for many, many decades. So, I got sick again, and I lost my voice, and I couldn't speak. I lost power. Somewhere along the line, there's a whole lots of people. Everyone actually, at some point, has felt misunderstood for different reasons. Some of those reasons intersected with each other. And some of them, wow. When people feel isolated, their thoughts become isolated. They lose perspective. When you lose your perspective, you forget how far you have gone from your objective. When you lose your perspective, it's easier to get lost and to allow yourself to be re-navigated. Whether or not it's the correct direction. And there is something to be said about being discouraged, being angry, being hopeless, and then having some entity come along and sway you into having confidence in their perspective, in their objective, and that it's going to benefit you in some sort of way. There's something to be said about being lured into docility. There's so much to be said. And now I'm thinking about the 7 deadly sins, because what we see as a positive in the human eye is how do you say it? Is a sin in the heavenly eye. And a sin is a weakness. And so other people can see a weakness in another person sometimes. And they see that weakness as an opportunity. And so with our wrath, with our lust, with our greed, with our envy, our lust, I'm missing one. But with all of those, whenever you can become consumed by something, it is easily a weakness, and a weakness can be leveraged against you. And okay, I'm going to diverge. The mukbang content is so absurd to me. Gluttony is a sin. When you are full, you are supposed to stop eating. When you are satisfied, you are supposed to stop eating. Not film yourself stuffing your face. Intentionally, we're gonna have to stop. Americans have to stop mocking each other on both sides of the political spectrum. We have to stop. And I'm not even going to call out any ethnic groups, because we all have to stop. I have seen all of the ethnic groups, all of the ages, all of the socioeconomic statuses. I've seen them all mocking each other. This is counterproductive. It has to stop. We need to unify. We need to respect each other. We need to find common ground and common objectives. They say divide and conquer for a reason. We have ingenuity. We have perseverance. We have resilience. We have innovation, innovative thinking. But we've been divided. And now look at us. Look at us now. We can be more and we will be more. We can be more and we will be more. We have the future generations. We have the earth that God gave us. We have a hopeful future. This is a wrinkle in time. This is a defining moment. Leading up to many more significant and beautiful moments in our history. When we come back from this, and we will be better. We will be kinder. This will be a happier America. When we come back from this, we will be stronger.